Hey everyone, welcome back to Mirra Freestyle BMX Maximum Remix. I'm Insetic. With me on this video is Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
And Blackout the M&M.
Hey everybody. And fun fact, back in the day we called this game Max Mix. That was the cool name for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
that's a joke. I've never actually seen this game before today.
So we got through the Woodward levels in the remix competition, so now we have a new bike, and we're going to the Pro Tour. And like I said, in the original game, these levels are all competition levels, but in Maximum Remix, they've added challenges to them. The normal set, Amateur, Pro, Hardcore, and you gotta complete Amateur and Pro to move on to the competition level after these set of 3. So yeah, this is where people who play the original game are kind of going to see some new stuff, kind of going to see the remix version.
Wow. Such an odd name, Sleepy's Ditch.
Yeah. So starting with Sleepy's Ditch, kind of the dirt level, because again, back in the original, since they were all competitions now, they were sort of grouped up like dirt, street, and vert. You know?
Like Gravity Games Bike, Street, Vert, Dirt, full LP.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god.
Full LP.
On one hand,
full LP.
On one hand, I kind of walked into that one. On the other hand, I knew you guys were going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the beauty of our friendship.
Yeah.
I literally, last weekend, I had trouble getting to sleep because I was having, like, waking nightmares of trying to play that game.
But now you've gone into Sleepy's Ditch and you just sleep all the time.
Yeah, going to Sleepy's Ditch. Yeah, I should have.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sleepy's Ditch is, well, it's a little obvious this level was not designed for challenges, because it's like these long dirt trails leading down to this ravine that you'll only reach with about half your time left.
Yeah, that's weird.
But, I mean, still, basic challenges, kind of do these jumps or do these tricks in a certain area. They're not going absolutely insane. I mean, because now all of these challenges are decided by the people who are making Maximum Remix.
Yeah.
Player.
Actual Z-Axis was pretty damn busy on Dave Mirra 2, and so now the B team's in control.
Now let's see what B team's got for us. So any really tough ones here?
Not in these first sets. Though, check this. Alright.
Oh,
360.
that was sick.
360 on turn down. You ready for this? Oh shit, that was a great 360 on turn down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did a backflip and it counted.
I will say, I really like PS1 skyboxes.
Huh?
There's something about them, I don't know, they look good.
Yeah, like, this one's looking pretty good. It's not, Blank Tester would tell us if something was immediately churning his stomach.
Yeah, no, it seems fine.
Yeah, just some nice clouds, some nice overhead. When you're riding up slopes, it's not like the clouds are flying all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Like I said, some PS1 games get this sort of nice looking. Like I like the way this game looks. It's extremely polygonal, but in a good way. It's sort of like when people talk about like the 8-bit aesthetic. I feel like the low poly aesthetic is finally starting to come into its own.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of pushing the boundaries of what it could do.
Yeah, but I mean, like this has a charming look looking back on it now. Like. In the PS2 era, we were like, oh man, look how ugly these PS1 games are. But now you go back and it's like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, especially with the emulator where you can really get kind of the solid
crisp
pixels
lines.
And lines and not like through a capture card that muddies the shit out of everything, which is again why I decided to switch to emulator.
Like it's this awkward landing as you just smack into it. It's like, yeah, it's typically an awkward landing if you fall off the bike.
in another universe,
damn,
that's where his
that was sick.
That's where his wheels.
That was sick as fuck.
Yeah. So, anyways, after all that cool shit,
oh wow,
do I
see
go
that
for
cool
no,
Superman Indian? That's a throwback. When I made that Indian Superman joke in the first LP video I ever was on.
Yeah.
That was definitely why he did it.
Yeah, and then I remember Blank
Oh
Tester said, "Can we stop talking about Indian Superman?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at the time, I was friends with somebody who was Indian, and like he had like the Superman hair, like the little curl and everything.
I'm right here. You don't have to talk about me like I'm not here.
It wasn't you. I'm actually not friends with that guy anymore because he was a real asshole.
Wow. I'm right here.
Oh man.
I forgot about Indian Superman as well.
Yeah.
I try to forget about that guy. Like I said, he was kind of a jerk. You know what's not a jerk? This game. Also, you need more hype.
Dang.
Well,
I love how
after all of the cool shit that just happened, here now we're about to run into an issue where, like, for some reason, you cannot keep your momentum going through these jumps in particular. Like, you get a ton of momentum, and I don't know what control scheme I was on. It doesn't matter.
Weird.
You're riding up, and it's just
It seems like you just don't get a lot of vertical momentum. You get
You know what's
plenty of
really
horizontal.
funny about watching this? Like, you know what's really funny about watching this? Whenever you fall, it looks really good. Like, remember in Freestyle where it's just the stupid canned animation?
Yeah, because
and
they
you
have
bounce?
ragdoll in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, why is this game look so much better than Freestyle on Rex? Because Freestyle,
Damn,
they
that was so
advertised the Rex. On the back of the box, it's like bone-crushing Rex, but they look like shit. This game, the Rex look great.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, we talked about this earlier in the series. It's pretty amazing that they managed to churn ragdoll physics out of the PS1
Yeah. This is a
and
cool game.
maintain the games. I mean, some of the levels are decent size.
yeah. I mean, decent size without being massive.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I am gonna kind of drop this early. If you saw my initial, like, PS1 emulator playthroughs or whatever, I played this game called MTV Sports BMX with TJ Lavin, or TJ Lavin Ultimate BMX, there's a lot of names for it. It's a piece of shit game.
Any game that's released under multiple names is typically a piece of shit because they...
But
It is happening.
that game specifically has giant levels with really obtuse ways of unlocking new areas.
Look how much Slim
Like
Jim there
Dave
is.
Mirra 2, the levels got way too huge. Some other games of the PS2 era, the levels got way too huge. Like, it's refreshing to go back to a Tony Hawk, or to even Matt Hoffman 1, or this game, and just see balanced levels. I mean, you're only supposed to have 2 minutes.
Yeah,
You know?
like a big level's great if there's lots to do in it and enough time to do it. But like,
Yeah.
if even if you make this really cool level that's full of cool stuff, if you give me 2 minutes to do it, every single run I'm gonna feel disappointed that I didn't get to do more.
Yeah, and I'm always talking about Grind Session. Grind Session is also really good about that. Like, the levels are they're the perfect size. They're not, like, so small they're constrained, but they're not so big that it feels like a chore to see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Grind Session, but I need to go back and get further through that game.
Yeah. And you'll see what I'm talking about when you do. Like, the level design is really on point.
But, like, yeah, especially, like, when you can maybe complete one challenge in 2 minutes. Like, I don't know, it's insane. Go back and watch people play through, like, Tony Hawk 1 or 2 or 3 levels and hit all the goals in 2 minutes. And, like, they're just going insane and all over the place. And I feel like that's a greater feeling, you know, like, being able to get a ton of shit done at once than kind of having to do things one at a time.
Yeah.
Sure, technically, literally, we're playing your game less, you know, but...
Right. But I mean,
Less is
we're
more.
enjoying the game more, and I think...
Yeah.
It's like, if you're getting paid by the number of minutes people spend playing your game, then I might even come back and play the game more in the end than I played, you know,
Yeah, I
a
mean-
more frustrating experience.
I mean, TJ Lavin, going back to that game, I was talking to Bob yesterday about how I might literally just start recording this first playthrough, because sometimes it takes me so fucking long to get anything done
That
I
you don't
almost
want to have to
wanna
do it
go
again.
back.
Yeah.
Now, I know that I'm gonna, because I always want to, you know, show things more condensed. That's why I do post-com and all that, because I don't want to waste you guys' time. But still, it's... Oh my god. That game sucks. Not as much as Gravity Games Bike.
Though, that said, let me just say real quick, if anybody in the comments watching this right now wants to give tips on how to play TJ Lavin,
Yeah, because I don't have that game. Like, I had to get it on emulator. I don't have a physical copy. I don't have the manual. There's gotta be something I'm missing, because this one level wants me to get 60,000 points, and that's, like, fucking impossible.
yeah.
Like, it expects you to combo or whatever, but, like, you can't grind... You know, you can't go off quarter pipes and land in grinds or whatever.
There's probably some really, like, obscure system that's in the game.
So I'm gonna have to, like, jump out of quarter pipes, do some sick double front flip, and then like somehow get the exact right angle to land on a rail and whatever. Like I don't know. I don't want to talk about that game. I mean,
But yeah,
Well,
if you have
like
any
Funbox.
tips for that, go ahead and throw them in the throw them in the comments.
If you're a TJ Lavin master, I mean, really, all that's online are like 30-second IGN clips, which is why it's such a perfect game for me to force my way through. Because
Yeah,
The world
it
hasn't
fits
seen
the
it.
channel's
yeah,
thing, anyways.
yeah.
But I mean, the reason we're talking about that game so much is because this game is pretty good.
It's really
pretty
good.
good, and
Look at
this
it.
level's a little generic,
A
honestly.
little bit.
It is kind of just a place with ramps and
Yeah,
such.
it's a skate park. It's a cool skate park.
Yeah,
But it's got
I
a
mean,
large variety of ramps. I mean, look at all this stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, they still like
Whoa.
found different challenges
how
and
cool that
found
is.
ways for you to.
Yeah,
found
clipping
ways for
through
you
the
to-
ceiling like that is a little bit odd.
No, it's
That's an
very,
emulator
again, part
thing,
of
I
the
think.
part of
Is
the
it-
charm.
Is it an emulator thing? I feel like this is just because the ceiling texture is a little low and
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It's again, it's that PS1 charm.
yeah. Jeez. And look, you got a bunch of stuff done. You got a bunch of points in 2 minutes.
You get that cool
You
sound
had
effect.
fun.
Like I got everything but the one challenge where you have to ride around the level and do a bunch of stuff
Right.
in different places.
So it's like satisfying to get through each
yeah,
level, as opposed
yeah,
to
especially when things are intuitive and
and aren't just fucking impossible.
That's so cool.
yeah, if you're smashing your head against one thing over and over and over, that's when you feel worst about a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Dark Souls, which everybody just assumes is a great game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's supposed to be hard. Oh, okay, I love it then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I mean, it kind of is supposed to be really hard.
Well,
I mean, Dark Souls is actually a pretty good game.
yeah.
It's just that there are other games that try to emulate what Dark Souls does. Like Sultan Sanctuary tried to emulate it, and it's like made by the guys who made the Dishwasher Samurai games, and like those, they're great.
Yeah.
They're great as far as
Oh
the
wow, I
combo
like
is
your magnet tires.
Yeah, that was beautiful. They're great as far as like the combat system is concerned, except for the fact that it's like you kind of just have to know how everything works before you go in, and it punishes you
shit.
heavily for not knowing. Instead of punishing you very little for failure, like
Yeah.
Dark Souls doesn't really punish you for failure.
Yeah.
You die, you just come back. Sultan Sanctuary seriously punishes you for failure, and also expects you to know the enemies really, really well and be really good on your timing and stuff. And so it's like,
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, that was Eastwood. Pretty simple level. So next we're heading up to the San Jose Ramp Club. Yeah.
is that
yeah.
so? These are all levels that are just from the Maximum Remix. Like we're not going to see any.
These levels are from the original game, but
Oh, okay.
these were all competitions. So you do 2 runs of 2 minutes and then move on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
So like,
so now we're gonna get challenges on these.
Now we're
yeah,
gonna get
now we
this
have
big
challenges
texture.
on them. Amateur,
Awesome.
pro, hardcore. Once again, I'm doing amateur and pro to move on. I'll go back and hit all the hardcores after I get through the game.
Yeah. Because Aesthetic is hardcore.
Yeah, I'm hardcore. Like
He wants
I'm
you
not
to
gonna
see
leave-
him being hardcore all at
I'm
once.
not gonna leave you hanging. In the year 2025, when someone is like, "Oh, how do I do that challenge on the
my
San Jose
gosh.
Ramp Club?" I never want anyone to have that feeling I had when looking up advice for TJ Lavin, where
You see,
you
this
go
is
online and there's fucking nothing. So
when you look at the border for this
I'm-
level. That's
I'm
what that's the sort of, like I said, the low poly thing I like, where rather than having a gate texture and then like a hedge texture, it's just one texture.
Yeah.
Like it looks so, like I don't know, it looks cool. It looks bad, but it
Yeah.
looks cool.
yeah, I mean,
And you said in 2025 when people are looking for advice on how to play this game. In 2025, they'll subscribe and they'll see there are still videos coming out.
yeah, because Aesthetic 47 is never gonna die.
Never
dude.
gonna die. We'll never run out of games.
Never.
But
I mean, I'm finally getting back to PS1 stuff 5 years in. I don't know when I will.
yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
And PS2 has a huge catalog. After you get through basically every extreme sports game...
by the time you get through all the PS2 and PS1 era games, we're going to be, like the PS2 era games are going to be even... Or the PS3 era games, rather, are going to be so many generations behind. You can do them now.
Yeah. Alright, so we've been having a good run, but now it's finally time to get to a challenge that just sucks.
Oh, wow, that was weird.
It was actually realistic. Like he was manualing, and he went down the ramp, and it caused him like the front wheel lift up.
Yeah, Dave Mirra 1 and 2 like really tie physics into manualing, and when it works really well. I mean, unfortunately, it works a lot better in the sequel.
Well, no, I was going to say it's very realistic, but that's what makes it probably a little too difficult.
So
you're
saying
actually, sometimes it makes it easier. Like if you are riding kind of on a downslope, you don't have to worry about, I've been manualing for so long, my balance bar is going to be this hard to control. Like, you are just having an easier time then. But
so you were saying something's about this thing?
Something about this tag right here makes it almost impossible to get. And maybe I could change control schemes, but like one side of the ramp like really doesn't line you up very well. The other side also doesn't line you up like at all. And despite the fact that on my first stream I don't think this challenge was a problem at all, suddenly I'm hitting a huge roadblock.
Weird.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's not centered. If it was centered, I'd understand, but it's like, the first one here is like...
I think you're supposed to... I think it's because the idea is that you'll be, like, at the peak of your jump, you'll be able to wall ride and then go down the ramp. So it's towards the end. Suddenly, the game cannot register wall rides, like, really at all.
Oh.
Maybe it's an emulator thing.
I don't know.
Do you have it on native...
Oh. Yeah, I love hearing the sped up music.
I do have it on native, but I don't know.
You should just like see, like plug that in, and then like don't record it, but like just see if you can, if there's a cheat code to unlock this level. Nice.
I feel like you probably couldn't see that well through the sped up, but I feel like I did that exact jump like so many times.
Yeah.
You know. And then it gave me that third one. You know. But then the fourth is literally just out in the open, pretty much. Like,
it's like right there, yeah.
I was stunned the entire time that was happening. I was seriously going, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
That's kind of the bad difficulty when...
Yeah, when you don't even know why you're losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But remember, the game is perfect.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Why did you give me the big air while you were still in the air?
I mean,
I guess it was that's the peak of your jump, so it's not like you're gonna go higher during the jump.
Yeah. The game knows you've got big air. You don't need to do more air to verify.
I mean, some big air stuff is based on just how long you are in there. Like in SSX, it'll just keep giving you big airs as long as you're in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I always expect it to be like, tell you big air after you've landed it, because like if you crash, I would think it wouldn't give it to you.
Well, no, it won't give it to you. It's like anything else. When you do a kickflip, it doesn't tell you, like, after you're done, you do the kickflip, it says kickflip, and then it'll, like, in, like, it turns red, and it falls off the screen, because you don't get points for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just because you crash at the end, that doesn't take away from the fact that you got some real big air, you know?
Yeah.
I guess.
Like, there, it showed the switch footer while he was doing it.
Like, I mean, sorry, what?
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, it showed that trick while he was doing it.
Yeah, I mean...
Ice pick grind.
Oh. Yeah.
How do they want it?
Ice pick grind, not stall.
Oh, I see.
Not smash your fucking face in. This stuff's a little awkward, but I wouldn't say it's hard. You just need to get everything to come together. Do the right trick, you know?
Yeah.
It's not as prevalent as during my first playthrough, but for some reason when I go to do trick challenges, sometimes my brain just goes dumb at the last second.
Yeah.
Like, I hit the wrong button or whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Like, just leave me on my own and I'll bust a million sick-ass things, but then tell me to actually do anything specific and I'll just, like, do everything but, for some reason. But yeah, just ice pick grind in the floor.
Beautiful. Flail.
Yeah.
Well, I like the bike sound effects. Those are good bike sound effects.
Yeah, right? Like, I think I said this earlier in the thing, like, the bike sound effects sound really good, and, like, the fact that they included the little, like, when he comes to a stop, you'll see, like, the little bike trail, like, the tire tire mark
Yeah.
on the ground. That's not easy to do on a PS1, and it's still a nice inclusion. Nice touch.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
And actually,
everything.
we didn't mention this before, but your character's shadow is also. I mean, it doesn't. There's no shadow of the bike, which is a little weird. But like your character's shadow is actually really dynamic.
That's because his bike is a vampire.
Oh.
That's another thing where I'm going to bring up TJ Lavin, where you guys are going to see if I get to... Again, if I can get through the full game, I'll do an LP. If I can't, maybe just a one-off, but far enough in that I really hope I can, otherwise I've wasted a lot of my own time.
I mean, we have a former SSX3 world record holder. He could definitely do
The
it.
shadow is really bad looking in that game. Like,
Really?
It's almost like some Mario thing where it just comes up on you, like... when you're near the ground and it's like right under you no matter what. Like the way I can't describe it, you'll have to see. But so yeah, that was the Pro Tour. And so again, those levels in the original were competitions, now they're challenges, but now we're going to the new competition level, the City Square. So join me then and we'll bust more sick tricks.
Yippee!